Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220, KHTS. The host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm with Alex Urbina. Alex is a frequent guest of the show, and he's doing great stuff. Kids, transforming lives, transforming families into better lives, and you're a life leadership coach. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, one of your jobs, one of the hats you wear, is you're the Director of Training and Education for the Action Family Zone. Tell those that have not heard of it what it is.
Well, the Action Family Zone is a place that is created for both teenagers and their parents to come in and to work on themselves, to do some personal development work. We get kids coming in and their parents, and we'll sit them down and we'll create some experiential exercises, and we'll put them in eye-to-eye contact and have them learn how to communicate effectively, and we coach them and walk them through that process. We also do leadership trainings where we get the kids and we do team building exercises. The whole premise for the zone is to really help teens develop the emotional intelligence that I believe is missing in the school systems, which is having kids realize their own truth and their own answers, and helping draw that out of them rather than giving them more stuff to memorize and test taking. But it's really to help develop a stronger self-esteem so that kids don't have an empty void and want to fill that with drugs and alcohol and any kind of other prescription pills and so forth.
Yeah, you want to fill it with success, and that success sometimes is different because school is one set of doing things, one way of doing things, but there's some kids that just don't gravitate to that. And so sometimes they do get a little bit lost, but I know you're working on quite a few new things, and I want to talk about it. Teen leadership. Let's talk about what teen leadership is.
I've developed not that I've it's my own ideas or it's my own technology, but 20 years ago I went through a very powerful, life-altering experiential training that woke me up and created a new consciousness and a new awareness in life. And what I've been doing for the last 18 years is facilitating this powerful 2-day training where we get kids into a room and we do some lecture with experiential exercises, and we have kids go and experience their heart at such a deep level that something miraculously happens in their consciousness. They wake up, they're able to see things a little more clear. They're able to be honest with themselves and look at themselves and say, I realize these are the games I've been playing with my family and my friends, and I'm tired of it. It's not working for me. And my coaches in that training room really helps build these kids up and also call them on some of the things that they're not willing to call themselves on. And it's a 2-day powerful training that just wakes these kids up at the core.
Yeah, because you've been through it. You can identify with it. You can
emphasize.
Emphasize and, really show empathy.
That's
is
right.
The word I'm looking
right.
for. Let's talk about Vida. You're working on a Vida program.
Well, the Sheriff's Department, they have this very powerful program called Vida. It's a 16-week boot camp where they get some of the kids that are displaying some bad behaviors and some bad choices, either getting into drugs or alcohol or just flat out talking back to their parents. And these kids get referred from the school district. They get referred from the sheriffs themselves, probation officers. And I've been asked to come in and facilitate some stuff with the parents and the kids. And I get one night, out of that 16-week to do my thing. And I'm just grateful to be in service and to be in contribution.
Be a part of that. Let's talk about some work you're doing with the high schools.
The high schools. The Hart School District has asked me to come in and be a guest speaker for some of their leadership programs that they have. I'll come in on a certain night and a certain subject and just get them fired up, get them motivated, have them think outside the box, and let them know that I believe in them. I think kids just want to know that they matter and that they have a purpose. And it's very hard to do that when you're 16 years old. I didn't discover my purpose until I was 27. So.
Yeah, I'm going to throw one thing out there.
Absolutely.
Real quick. At our family dinner table, we do a reading, and it's not a biblical reading. After we say a prayer, we do a leadership reading, and the leadership reading is with John Maxwell, Daily Reader, and it just has something to do with life and helping others and being a part of the solution and facilitating a conversation that isn't normally facilitated at school and isn't a conversation I would normally have with my kids if it wasn't facilitated through some type of crutch like this particular book. Any other tips you can give family to just communicate with each other?
Well, I think just you getting crystal clear that you want your family to go to the next level and that your relationships, your family relationships are important. I think that's good enough right there. That's a start. And the magical ingredients I think that you're creating at your dinner table is that you're leading the group, you're leading the family, saying, hey, and you're being a power of influence, and you're inspiring and empowering your kids to sit down and have a discussion with you. Not very many families are doing that, and I think that's a magical ingredient, is that you're leading the example, and you're probably asking the questions to get them to engage. And I think right now we're disconnected as a community and as a world, and I think just get in front of each other, and it's the grassroots, eye to eye. Hey, what's going on with you, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, time matters. Time matters. I always said that a teenage son needs a dad, because it's right next to the pat on the back. You can give a swift kick in the rear to get someone in the right direction. So, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Urbina, how can those that want to get your coaching, those parents reach out to you and those kids reach out to you?
Well, I'm here in the Santa Cruz Valley, and my hand's in a bunch of different things. The first thing is that you just got to reach out. Make a phone call. My number's out there. Make a phone call, send an email, 661-505-5021. I also have my own radio show here on KHTS every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. And you can send me an email at lifeleadership@hometown station.
Great. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Urbina, Life Leadership Coach. And you've been listening to and watching online this edition of the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.